What's up everyone? Welcome to this POV review by AutoTopNL. My name is Max. Thanks for joining me today, and well, it is a good day because it's beautiful out, lovely weather, and we've got the all-new Lexus, we've got the new Lexus LS 500 Hybrid, and well, it's quite an interesting car, and today I'm going to take you around the car, in the car, and we'll take it for a drive to see why it's special and why it's quite remarkable, really. Very, very special because it is very, very different. I mean, Lexus has always been a bit off, a bit quirky, offbeat, different than everybody else, and well, it's no different with this new LS, the flagship of the Lexus brand. And let's start with that, the flagship, because the styling of this car, I mean, there is no doubt that this is the big daddy of the Lexus lineup. I mean, that grille, that spindle grille is just, it's huge, it's very prominent, it's aggressive, and well, you can't miss it, really. Unfortunately, the stupid people from the Netherlands have decided that we always have to have a license plate at the front, but I know that there are some states in the US where you don't have to have it at the front, so imagine how that would look. Just that spindle grille, that huge mouth at the front, I mean, that's just awesome. And these lines are, you know, they are quite lovely, and they sort of return on different segments of the car. You get them in the lights as well, on these lines here in the front bumper. I mean, it's just such a cohesive design, and I think that's really, really lovely. I also think, but this is personal, this is my opinion, I think this is the best looking sort of limousine flagship car that you can buy today. I really love the Jaguar XJ, and I love this one. I like the 7 Series. I think that's an incredible car, but styling wise, you know, a 7 Series or an S-Class or even an XJ, if you have one in your mirror, it is very difficult to see if it's a 5 Series or a 7 Series, an S-Class or an E-Class, an XJ or an XF. And with this one, I mean, you're going to notice that this is the big daddy. Well, what else? It is quite wide, it is very long, it's 35 millimeters longer than the previous LS long wheelbase. It's only available in this size, so just only as a long wheelbase, really. It's about as long and wide as a 7 Series, but it's lower, and I think that's very noticeable. It's super sleek, and it has a really beautiful roofline combined with these lines or shapes that go from the front to the back. It just makes it a very swoopy car, and I really, really love that. I think that, yeah, it's just, I really, really like the look of it. I thought I would when I saw the pictures, but in real life, I mean, it's just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. We've also got these chromed wheels, which are 20-inch, I believe. Let me check. Yep, 20-inch. They actually fit this car pretty well. We've got a President version today, so you can get a luxury, an F-Sport, an Executive, or a President. President being the top dog, of course, and really having all the goodies. And well, there are a few options left. I think you can get a panoramic roof. You can get the Kiriko glass in the interior. I will tell you some more about that later. And the color, of course, and the leather, stuff like that. But other than that, the President version has everything you can wish for. So let's take a look at the rear. We've got these huge rear light units that go from all the way from the side, really, and then stretch out to the back. With LEDs that are layered. So we've got the Lexus logo here, as you can see, and one is in front of the other, and that gives you a really nice look, sort of a, yeah, it's sort of a depth behind every light unit. It's a hybrid, of course, so the trunk space is not that impressive because the battery pack is right there. Let's take a look inside. This is the key, by the way. So you get this little pass, really. And it's quite convenient, actually, because it's not that big and you can just have it in your pocket and you don't really notice it. Okay, so let's start at the rear because, you know, this is a car that a lot of people will be driven in. So a lot of people who buy this car will have a chauffeur. And let's start, we'll just work our way from the right rear up to the left front. As I said, Kiriko glass, so that's this inlay piece. And this is a very artisanal Japanese art form, really. And they someone designs this or designed this pattern. And then they cut it out with a laser, and then it has to be polished at 147 points to make it shine. And yeah, just when the light hits it at night, it just looks so incredible. We also have this folded inlay on the door, which sort of, yeah, it has to resemble the art form of origami. And this is actually hand folded. Every piece in every door is hand folded by one person. It takes them about 5 hours. That's really crazy. And quite special, actually, or not that special, but it gives a great look, is that this armrest is sort of floating, as you can see. I can put my hand behind it. Of course, it's, you know, it has some points where it's attached to the door, but it has the look of being just loose. And there is light coming from down here and up here. So at night, when the light hits it, it just floats because there's light behind it. And oh, it's just incredible. It has the upgraded Mark Levinson audio system with 23 speakers. And it has this cool pattern, sort of a mosaic pattern. Really lovely. Okay, let's get in. I have to start the car to be able to operate the seats. Another cool thing while I'm here, when you walk up to the car and you unlock it, the air suspension actually lifts and the seat lifts up, the steering wheel goes all the way back, so you have the best possible way to get in. It's all about the details with Lexus, you know that. They are really they are crazy. Okay, yes, let's open this one. So the blinds are electric, of course, 1, 2 and 3. So there's a little blind even for that small window back there. And well, we've got a little tablet sort of remote here, which we can use to adjust the seats. 22-way adjustable seats back here. And we've got a button. Because this is the President version, you have something called the Ottoman package or Ottoman seats, which allow you to do this. So it just folds forward, the headrest goes all the way to the front and the seat goes away. So this is quite luxurious. And we can also use this remote to put this seat in down mode. So this is sort of the laying down version, the relaxation setting. And let's see what else we can adjust. Right. So we can even adjust the headrest up and down. Is not that crazy. I'll just select the other seat and I can show you better. Okay, so headrest going up. That's not that crazy, but headrest going to the front. That is really, really good, because that just is such a big part of how you sit in a car. The way the headrest, if you just sit relaxed, you just have a nice position and the headrest is just completely to the back and you have to put your head back to be able to hit it. It's just not that comfortable. I mean, yeah, I know I'm nitpicking here, but it just is. let's go back to my seat, because we can also select this little foot rest or leg rest, really. This button. So there it is. I mean, as you know, I'm very tall, so this is fine for me, but as soon as this headrest comes up any further, yeah, it blocks my legs, so I'll put that back. But it is really nice. It's really soft. I mean, everything is. This leather is incredible. What else? We've got an armrest here, of course, and this car is full of ports. So we've got 2 USB ports right here. It has an HDMI port. It has 2 headphone ports with independent volume. It also has a Blu-ray player right here, and it has a little space for an SD card. Cup holders. We've got this dark wood, lovely. And well, as you can see, everything is black on the inside, so that's a shame. I would have loved to see this. I know that they have it in purple leather or red leather, or, you know, tan, truffles, something like that. I mean, that would just be incredible, and it would show off the interior more, I think, as well. Okay, let's put the seat back. And we'll check out the front. Yeah, again, we've got these lovely door panels, really nice handles, door handles right here. We can use these buttons to operate the blinds at the rear, so I can just close those right there, as you can see. And well, something that shows the level of attention to detail in this car, because that's what this car is all about, attention to detail, is that these seats are just completely covered in leather. I mean, everywhere. And that's just all around the car. Everything you touch is completely covered in leather. It's just everywhere, even in here. I mean, in here, everywhere. It's so nice. Okay, at the front, let's just put this back. Alrighty. Well, we've got an armrest again with more 12 volt and auxiliary and USB, everything, and more dark wood. And well, we've got these metal fins that go from all the way on the left side, and then they continue here, and they just go in this horizontal track all along the car, which gives you a really nice feeling of, yeah, just a very spacious feeling. This Kiriko glass pattern returns here, which is also illuminated at night. And well, let's check out this. So this is for the seats and the climate control of the seats. These front seats are actually adjustable in 28 ways. They are really comfortable, really adjustable, and well, you can just select anything, even these side supports. And as I just said, when you walk up to the car, you enter the car lifts, this seat comes up, the steering wheel goes away, and these, if you have these set up to be really tight and high, these actually go down, so you can get in easier, and then when you close the door, it comes up again, which is crazy. And well, so we can use this mouse thing, this trackpad. You know, they have taken a lot of heat in the past, Lexus, for their infotainment system and the way that it's operated with that stupid mouse thing. This is still not perfect, but it is a lot better. And well, we can use this menu to operate the heated seats, the cooled seats, the heated steering wheel, stuff like that. But there is a special feature here, which is called Lexus Concierge, or Climate Concierge, something like that, which we can use. And which analyzes your body temperature. I'm not kidding. And it adapts the climate control, the heated and cool seats, the steering wheel. It just adapts everything to your zone. So it has 16 zones with the upgraded climate control system, which this has. So 16 zones, and it analyzes the body temperature of each occupant and then adapts everything it can to make you as comfortable as possible. And that's part of something called omotenashi, which is sort of hospitality taken to the next level. It's about being able to cater to your guests' needs before they even arise. So it analyzes your temperature and then adjusts it so you never get hot, so you never have to engage your ventilated seats, because it has already done that for you. So yeah, that's pretty crazy, I think. They also have something called Takumi, which are the artisans that work at Lexus and that have to have 25 years of experience before they can even work on the interior. And then every 4 months they have to have their eyes tested to make sure that their eyes are good and that, you know, all the stitching and everything is just perfect. I mean, they go so far in their attention to detail. It's just insane. And I really love it. I think it's so cool. What else? Infotainment. As I said, this is not great. It works better than before. But this menu itself isn't great either. If I want to adjust my heated seats, for instance, I have to click this button to go into the seat menu. Then I have to go to seat climate, and then I can use this. I mean, see, I didn't activate that. I just like a minute ago, I switched off my heated seat and I didn't engage that. So that it's doing that for me. I think that's super cool. And what else? Well, we've got these buttons up here for traction control and for the driving modes, which work a bit weirdly, but yeah, they do what they have to do. And everything in here is designed so you don't have to change your posture to use anything. So I can just sit here and I can reach everything from here. There's nothing that I have to, you know, change my position for. We've also got a button for the ride height of the air suspension, an Eevee mode, so fully electric. This is for the blind at the rear, and this, as I said, for the seats. It also has this really lovely volume control button. It just feels so good. I know this is such a small detail, but Lexus has always been really good at these volume buttons. It just feels so nice. And then you have this ring to change the radio station. It also has a heated steering wheel, as I said, with a lot of leather and wood, and it just feels incredible. It also has flappy pedals, but we'll come back to that later. And well, what else? We've got speakers up here and up here in the roof as well. Yeah, it's a very opulent car, and the cool thing is that everything in here is so well thought out. It just blows my mind. But let's take it for a drive, because as you have heard, exterior wise, interior wise, I absolutely love it. So let's see how it drives and what it's like to drive. Oh my god, how cute is this? Look at what Martijn brought me. He's such a cutie. Oh my god.
I got these for you.
Oh, you're so nice.
Springtime.
Oh, he's so romantic.
Because you're such a good colleague.
Everyone is going to think we're gay now, okay? I mean, they've said it before. It's just, I'm employee of the month. Let's keep it at that. So I actually have found something missing on this interior. A vase. I mean, how cool would it be if I could put this in water right here? Okay, thanks, bye. All right. Martijn is getting settled at the back.
I am.
The seat is going forward. Alrighty, let's take it for a drive. And we will start in... Oh my god, this thing is huge. And we'll start in Eevee mode, so fully electric, unavailable, hybrid battery low. Okay, that's a great start. We'll just put it in sport, start in sport S plus. That's a bit of a double one, but okay. And this will charge up the battery, and I can show you the Eevee mode later on. Driving the LS, well, it is very, very comfortable, as you might expect. It has air suspension, but it still offers a great deal of driving pleasure. I think the steering feel is really good. It's quite direct. It just feels really nice. But as you can hear, there's the biggest issue I have with this car. I absolutely adore this car. I love the styling. I love the attention to detail. I love the way that the Japanese just look at the car and think, well, how can we improve it? I mean, something like that glass or that door panel, we've never seen that before. So I absolutely love that. But this drivetrain is weird. It's just a weird drivetrain. It has something called a multi-stage hybrid drive, and that is coupled to a 3.5 liter V6, which is naturally aspirated. That generates 299 horsepower, and it has electric motors, lithium-ion batteries, and which add power, and the total power output is 359 horsepower and 600 Newton meters. And that engine is linked to a CVT gearbox, but they have actually added real gear ratios, so it has 4 gears because they are not really gears, they're just stages in the CVT. And then they have added 6 virtual gears, so they're fake. Nothing happens when sometimes when it shifts gears, nothing really happens, but you get the sound and the feeling that it does, which is just weird. I don't really get the added value of that. And I also don't like the way that it sounds. What is happening? It sounds like it's ill or something, like it has to puke. And this car also weighs quite a lot, because it weighs 24 in this President version, it weighs just over 2,400 kilos. And you just get the feeling that this engine has to work way too hard to be able to shift that weight. And that's also because it's naturally aspirated. If they would have used turbochargers like everyone else, you would have some more torque at the low end of the rev range. And I think, you know, this car can really use that. It develops, or its peak output is at 5,100 RPM. That's way too high. That means that I have to really get it going to extract some power from it. But in other countries, not in the Netherlands, but in other countries, you can also get an LS500, which has a new engine, a 3.5 liter V6 with 2 turbochargers, which has 421 horsepower. And they are actually developing a hybrid system for that engine as well, but yeah, they just didn't finish it in time because this car had to go to market, and yeah, they're still working on that. Maybe it's going to be 600 hybrid with the new drivetrain, because that petrol engine already delivers 421 horsepower, which is 122 more than this petrol engine. So I think that's going to improve this car a lot, if they can get that weird feeling out of it. So let's go into the menu and check out this little screen. Okay, so my batteries have been charged a bit more. Let's switch to Eevee mode. Can we please switch to Eevee mode? Oh, it's in sport. So let's go to comfort and Eevee mode. Unavailable. Why? Ah, now it's in Eevee mode. No, it's not. Eevee. Eevee. Yes. Okay, so this is fully electric and this is really, really nice. This means that the car just completely quiets down. It becomes this cocoon of silence and it just fits this car way better than that screaming naturally aspirated V6 that it just sounds like it has to strain itself so much. And that really doesn't fit the character of a car like this. It has to be effortless. It has to waft. The waft factor is not high enough in this car. This is uphill and I actually really have to give it some throttle to keep the same speed. Alrighty, well, I want to test one more thing because those gears are so weird. I want to test one more thing because Lexus say that this car can drive up to 140 kilometers an hour in Eevee mode. So I want to try that. But as you saw, it struggled to go into Eevee mode and stay there. I don't know why, but okay, let's put it in Eevee mode now. Unavailable. Eevee, yes. Fully electric, not anymore. Yeah, it is. Okay, so this is quite nice. You can actually use that Eevee mode to travel at speed, which is very cool. They say that it will do 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 5.4 seconds and that it will do 250 kilometers an hour. Well, I really can't imagine that. So I'm going to take it for a quick Autobahn blast. Yeah, just to see if it will get there and how it does. Alrighty, well, here we go, the Autobahn. Let's see what happens when you really put this thing to the test and floor it from a standstill. We are in Sport S Plus mode. So let's see how fast it feels and if we can get that top speed of 250 kilometers an hour. There we go. And well, it picks up speed quite quickly, of course, because of those electric motors, but the sound, I just can't get used to this. Those built-in shift moments are just momentary cut-offs in power, I think. But that's 200 kilometers an hour. It is really comfortable though, so that's nice. Pedal to the metal. 225. Well, this is actually not bad. So obviously the top speed of 250, it really can do 250, 248, 249, 250, there it is, 251. Yeah, I mean, is it fast? No, not really, but it will do the top speed quite easily, really. Not bad at all. But that sound, that character of this drivetrain, I just can't get used to it. It's sort of this elastic feeling you get. Yeah, it's not really nice. It's not really comfortable, really, because you have that sound. Yeah, I understand why they did it, but it doesn't really help with the comfort. So yeah, I hope they can come up with a different solution. And I also think that if they get that new engine in here, that twin turbo V6, I think that will solve a lot of the problems, as I said, because you have torque at the low range and you don't have to do this. It doesn't have to work so hard to get the same results. But let's put it back in comfort mode and just chill out. Another example of their insane ingenuity really is that spokes in the wheels, some spokes in the wheels are hollow, and so they act as a resonance chamber to decrease tire noise and you know, to decrease the sound in the cabin. And you know, I have to say, this is quite a bad piece of road, of course, but if we switch to this lane, oh, it ends here. Okay, if you're on a smooth road, this thing is incredibly quiet. And the Mark Levinson audio system, which has 23 speakers, it also has active noise cancellation, so it picks up noises that come from the outside and it sort of acts as a counter sound. And yeah, they went so far to make this car perfect, and it's such a shame that, you know, everything is near perfect. The amount of detail, the quality of finishing, everything is exquisite, but this drivetrain really lets this car down. So I can't wait to drive the new engine. I mean, that LS500, we don't get it here, but I hope that they will come with a hybrid LS600 hybrid with a new engine, and I really think that will be an extraordinary car. Because this engine, this 3.5 liter V6, I think it has been around since 2006, so for 12 years. They had that GS450 hybrid, which had this 3.5 liter V6 with 296 horsepower, and this has 299, and it had 340 horsepower combined between the petrol engine and the electrical motor. So I mean, that's not good enough. They should have been much further, and I hope that that new engine will bring that. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to end it here. I know it's been a really long one, so if you're still watching, kudos to you. You're a true fan. You can subscribe by clicking on the big button right here, and you can check out this POV review and this POV reviews playlist if you're up for it. Thanks for watching. See you at the next one. Bye, guys.